They're very dangerous. Of course, any car that goes as fast as these cars do, there's a certain amount of danger, but I personally feel that thrust-driven cars, because they are thrust-driven and not wheel-driven, are potentially the safest cars that run down the quarter mile.
Craig Arfons, would you agree with that?
9 times out of 10 they're safe. It's that 10th time that's the problem. That's when they do what you don't expect them to do.
You've had some nasty crashes in these jet cars.
Yes, 2 years ago I crashed a jet dragster at over 314 mile an hour and fractured 3 vertebrae in my neck.
That smarted for a while, huh?
A few days.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right. Les Shockley's car now, they're bringing the flipped-out body down. It's my understanding these cars don't get quite enough air as the jet dragsters do.
That's a very big problem in these cars. The air is very restricted into the intake. If you notice, Les has got the grill cut out of that fiberglass body.
Just to suck in a little more air.
Get as much as he can in it.
All right, he's taking on Paul Fireball Miller. Now, Miller's 25 years old. He's out of Elkhart, Indiana, but he's driving for the Aussie team here today.
Paul's reactions are really good on the lights. I'm anxious to see how he does.
All right, we talked to him earlier today and got some insight into Paul Miller.
My name is Paul Miller. I'm with the Australian racing team. We've come over here to win this meet and try and do it safely. There's an element of risk involved in this. We try to be prepared and keep everything dirty side down and ready to go. We're going to dial the power into these, and we're definitely going to win this meet today.
Now, there's a confident young man.
Paul can taste it. He wants this race.
All right, they're on the lights. Let's watch him now. It's green, and they're away, and Shockley gets away early, but Miller now starts to come on strong about a third of the way down. At the midway point, it's Miller and across the line. Paul Miller wins it with an ET of 668 and a speed of 236 miles per hour. And here's the outrun as they slow down. This could be a dangerous area, too.
As long as it shoots blossom, he'll get it stopped.
That'll put Paul Miller in the finals here at Englishtown, New Jersey. And here's his teammate. This is Ken Warby.
Ken's the fastest man on water. He's the only one ever to be 300 mile an hour in a boat.
All right, he's set and ready to go. He'll be taking on now a young man who hails from the state of Michigan, and that's this fellow right here, Bill McDaniel.
Bill McDaniels is in a brand new car, and he's a brand new driver.
Bill's been in drag racing since the late 50s, primarily as an owner and a builder. He worked for TV Tommy Ivo back in the 60s. Right now, here's Linda Marshall with Paul Miller.
Paul, this is the second good run you've had today. You must be feeling very good about it.
You bet. I'm proud as can be of this little car. It's working out real well. We're going to bump it up a little bit for the final round. See if we can't go about 20 miles an hour faster.
Are you having any problems?
The wind's kicking around a little bit. It's making me have to work a little bit to steer the car. But other than that, no, it's real smooth.
Good luck to you in the finals, Paul.
Thank you.
Craig Arfons, what's he mean by bump it up a little bit?
They're going to turn the afterburner pressure up to try and get the car to leave the starting line just a little bit harder.
All right, this is his teammate now, Ken Warby. What's Warby up to here?
He's getting ready to start the car. He's got his fingers on the igniter and the master switch. The other hand's on the throttle. It'll start rolling the car over and advance the throttle, energize the igniter, and get it going.
Now, the igniter, that's sort of like a spark plug, right?
Exactly. It just gets the fuel lit in the beginning.
Ken Warby comes to Englishtown here with some pretty impressive credentials. He's a member of the British Empire. That was bestowed upon him by the Queen of England after he set a world record in a jet boat. He's extremely confident about winning here today.
I brought the Australian team halfway around the world to win here at Englishtown. We're not going to settle for second best, and I know damn well we're going to win.
Ken Warby has spoken, and right now he's in a firefight on the line.
Yes, this is done mainly for the crowd, but you do it a little bit to psych out the other driver.
Do you feel the heat in the car?
Very much you do, yes.
What's the technical aspects of this? How do you develop the flame coming out of that engine?
Well, you flip a switch that injects fuel into the tailpipe, and the fuel does not burn because the temperature is below the flash point inside of the pipe. You then have to activate another switch. This, in turn, fires a flame back into it and ignites the whole mixture.
Not only the heat of the cars, but the heat of the day is also going to be a factor here. We talked to Bill McDaniel about it earlier.
It's pretty warm out here today. It's supposed to get to almost 100, and it probably will really affect the way the cars run because as a jet engine goes, they need air to run. And when it's this hot and humid, there is no air. You'll notice there isn't even any birds flying. But I think you're going to see an excellent jet funny car show.
Back on the launching pad, Bill McDaniel in lane number 1, Ken Warby in lane number 2. This is second round of the semis. Let's watch him now on the green as the afterburners ignite simultaneously. Side by side now with McDaniel at the midway point pulling ahead, and it's McDaniel in the traps at 675 and a speed of 238 miles per hour. Bill McDaniel, your winner, and he'll advance to the finals.
It looks as though the Australians have given it just a little bit too much burner pressure and bumped it up a little too hard.
How do they put the burner pressure into the car?
Well, they have a little screw that has a spring-loaded device behind it, and they just turn it in harder. The harder they turn it, the more fuel it puts into the afterburner.
In essence, we could draw a parallel with combustion engines, for example, by saying it's just running too rich.
Exactly.
All right, now here's Linda Marshall with Ken Warby.
Ken, it didn't turn out quite the way you expected. Tell us about it.
Oh, I think I just went to sleep on the line. I think I had a faster time and a faster ET, but he just got out of the hole a little bit quicker.
What would you have done differently?
Probably left a little early.